Hello, good evening, and good welcome to Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern episode 152nd. I'm Jamie, and this week we've got a very reduced crew, slightly hungover, slightly tired, and slightly worse for wear, but we're here still. We've got the only 1.67 million man in. Let's bring him in.
Hello, 1.635.
Oh, slacking. And after fully finishing Rocket League as well, he's still not to the 1.7.
It's just taking it easy. It's not. What is it? It's not a sprint. It's not a race. Not a sprint. Whatever that's saying.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So some sort of phrase. I don't know. At this point in the evening, I'm surprised that we're even still awake, let alone trying to put phrases together. Yeah, we still haven't watched WrestleMania last night. Good time was had by all.
Bit too much alcohol by all as well.
Maybe by me and you definitely. I'm not sure about the other two. We had Specialist Pete and MPV Graham over, but they're doing a sensible thing and resting up this evening. But we're here.
Yeah, the ones who get drunk the most are here. Yeah, the other two slackers who weren't.
If you don't stop, you can't ever worry about it, can you?
Not sure about going back on it just now.
Cheers, everybody. Anyway, let's get into talking about some video games on this wonderful Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Slightly hungover-ish. Nice. So we'll kick off with a bit of Project Game Pass. Last month is done. Obviously, we played. What was it called again? Dead Island 2, wasn't it?
Dead Island 2, yes.
And he said Dying Light again. I don't remember if you said your thoughts on it. I can't remember if you were on one of the shows to talk about it.
I played all of 10 minutes of it and then got distracted and then got back to it again.
Nice, good. So yeah, I mean, we did a stream, me, Ross, and Special Guest Pete, I believe it was. Yeah. It was fun for the hour, but yeah, I didn't touch it again after that. Not really. For some reason, it's the kind of game I should be into, but it just didn't grab me at all.
I think it's one of those ones where there's not too much to do, but it's just like a bit of bland world, I find. So especially just zombies around, just like most time you can just dodge them. So yeah. Or
you go with Scruff Ross and get shafted and get way too high level zombies chasing you through a house and just leave us alone.
Standard way with Ross, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he loves a bit of action. But yeah, so that's all done and dusted now. That was March's game. April's game is the one and only Diablo 4 just coming to Game Pass. And slight spoiler of just the news stories later on, Sarah Bond has announced it's actually become the number one platform for Diablo 4 is Xbox now, since it's been included into Game Pass, which you'd expect, I suppose.
Especially in the first couple of weeks, you would imagine.
Way early on. I've done a tutorial and got to the point where we can start playing together. Ian, I think you've done the same.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Which character did you go for again?
I went for Sorcerer.
Okay, nice. And so you can be setting things on fire,
lightning at the moment because seems to be the biggest, strongest build for me. I mean, I've tried all the other ones, and for me, lightning was just more. I guess, because obviously they you kind of stun them in place a bit as well as damaging them. So yeah, it was a bit more because obviously I'm such a glass cannon that I don't really want to keep having to heal myself constantly.
Yeah.
So yeah, both going really well. Like I'm enjoying it so far. I'm actually listening to the story for once.
Well, hang on, you're not skipping the cutscenes. That's the first thing I did. Skipping the cutscenes left, right, and centre.
But yeah, it's good. What you've gone with Rogue, isn't it?
I've gone for a Rogue, yeah. So I literally, like I said, just done tutorial. So I got my bow and arrow, I got some daggers, and I've done a few skills upgrades, but nothing. I think I'm like level 5 or 6, something like that.
I think I'm around the same.
Yeah,
I think like the first 8 levels you can do free rerolls, so you can kind of play with each skill tree before you can decide which one you want to stick with before it starts costing you to reroll.
Yeah, nice. So we would usually do the first Sunday of every month as a stream for Project Game Pass games. This Sunday, obviously, because everybody's a little bit worse for wear, we postponed that. We're going to get on it hopefully next week. Play some Diablo 4. Be 2 of us probably, and Scottish Gruff, MPV Graham, or special guest Pete to fill in any slots that can't be filled. And yeah, so we'll be over on youtube.com/xboxofficial and various other streaming places 8 p.m. next Sunday, hopefully, for a bit of Diablo 4 goodness, and you can see all sorts of carnage happening. I'm sure I'll have to be revived more than once.
Probably stand cool.
Yeah, exactly. Got to keep things on brand. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing some. I did quite enjoy the little beta we played. Was it last year before it came out?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
And I was proper getting into it when I did the tutorial the other day, but I didn't want to get too far ahead. I want it, sort of be in the same, roughly the same area and the same level range in it. And especially because Pete reviewed it way back when it came out. I think he gave it a 9.4 or something. He very much enjoyed it. So if he comes along, hopefully better give us some good pointers, point us in the right direction.
Indeedy.
And and go from there. So we'll stream it next week. And come and join and watch the chaos unfold. But in the meantime, we've been playing other video games, or some video games, I suppose. Not as many as we usually would do. Ian, I'll let you go first because you haven't been here for a little bit. What have you been playing in the last week or so that you particularly want to give a shout out?
I haven't been playing much, but I will say give one game which did play quite a lot solidly, which was Solo Ash. Fantastic! Like one fantastic title I never really thought I would ever pick up, but I saw a trailer, and again, part of this competition I'm in. Fan for me.
Yeah.
So in this competition, there was a thing called Bounty Board, and basically they give you I think it was 25, 30 odd games you could have to play, and then you get bonus points if you play them and complete them. And one of them ones in the game was Solo Ash. And I looked up, that looks quite fun, quite gimmicky. And actually surprised me to turn out to be a very solid game. Like if you ever play Shadow of the Colossus, it's kind of that, but more fast paced. So you kind of go around the world, kind of. There's different what's called it's basically massive eyes, but it's weird way kind of. You got to kind of unlock an area. Each area you have to kind of go and do this kind of parkour section, and then kind of damage this kind of eye that's on the floor. And then when you damage the eye, kind of restarts the boss up. And if you do 4 times in that overworld area that you're in, the boss kind of wakens up, and then the boss is like a massive colossus kind of thing. And then you've kind of got to kind of jump onto him, and then you kind of have to not like a parkour section really, where you kind of move forward and hit like a pylon to kind of damage it, and keep going through up and over the boss, and kind of go around the boss as much as possible, and then you can damage the eye again that's on the boss, and you can do that 3 times. And then obviously once you do it 3 times, it kind of kills the boss, but it gets harder as you go through. And there's multiple playthroughs. Like example, I did the hardcore playthrough as well to get the 1000G, and the timings on that is you have to be perfect, not near perfect really. And it's just.
What do you mean in timings? In terms of the button, excuse me, the button presses, or you've got 10 minutes to get through?
No, it's sort of like the button press, because obviously as you start doing the boss, it kind of got like a timer, cooldown timer on the boss before the pylon disappears, or the boss will basically kind of put his whole body to kind of stop you from kind of climbing up.
Okay.
So the timings on when you're easy level, we've got massive timing, but with hardcore playthrough, you've got 3 seconds to the next damaging section. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't damage the boss within, let's say, 3 to 2 seconds, he'll do his massive kind of AoE attack, which kind of basically makes your whole body in flames, and then you just basically damage yourself, and you fall off the boss, and you got to start again.
So it sounds very interesting, because I think, like you said, the Shadow of Colossus thing has immediately intrigued me. I think I've installed it actually on the Series S here, but I haven't got around to starting it yet. But are you fully 1000G'd now? Yeah,
fully 1000G'd it all. So yeah, I mean, took me probably 1000G, or probably about it's a good solid 15 to 18 hours, probably to 1000G. I think each playthrough took me. I had to do 3 playthroughs: one for the normal playthrough, which are all the collectibles, the one speed one, and then the hardcore playthrough. Then the hardcore playthrough took me the longest because it was the hardest one. That still took about maybe 6-7 hours. To continue trying to do it, but then normal playthrough really, you're probably looking at, if you're not doing any collectibles, probably 4 to 5 hours. If you're just kind of playing through on easy, playing through, it's not that long at all. It's probably just kind of learning the mechanics. Like example, I did the speed one playthrough. It took me 2 hours, even though the hard limit is 3 hours. But that's because I've played it twice already.
Yeah.
I knew exactly where to go, what I was doing, so it wasn't really difficult, because I knew where I was going to kind of do all the damaging sections to awaken the boss. And I knew also the boss timings and stuff, so it was a lot more easier. And then from doing it as well, from a hardcore playthrough to an easy playthrough on the speed one side, the timings is ridiculously I can take my time here and not have to rush so much. So, but yeah,
very nice. It sounds it sounds very good. It's on Game Pass, right?
It's on Game Pass. Yep, it's on Game Pass. Came to Game Pass sometime last year.
Yeah,
So imagine if it's probably normally Game Pass is like yearly, 1 year, isn't it?
yeah,
So I think it came to Game Pass. I want to say September last year. So you still probably got another. If it's usually year one, you've got a solid say 6 months still left to play it.
yeah.
If
Nice.
they
And
do,
the fact that you said it's like 4 or 5 hours to get through, music to my ears. I love a good shorter game.
yeah, it's cool and active, so you know what you're getting.
Yeah,
So and they obviously bring out some solid titles,
yeah.
like 12 minutes and what's it? November. What's it called? Mine's gone blank. What the other side? They got the one that's on Game Pass as well. That's really good. The cooking one.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean, but it might be Vember.
Is it November?
Maybe. Yeah, so
Is it November? I can't remember now.
Yeah. So either way, Solar Ash, top stuff. Yeah, I'll try and find some time in the next few months to play it. I think because it certainly sounds very intriguing.
Is it? Like I say, if you like Shadow of Colossus, you'll really like this because it's like a fast-paced Shadow of Colossus. I'm probably not explaining it greatly, but if you look at a few of the trailers and stuff,
So you'll have to forgive us today because our minds are operating at like 25%. I think at this point.
Exactly. So I was just going to here's a video clip of me doing it. There you go. That'll help.
Yeah. Have you got any clips or anything to go up on the YouTube channel that we have?
Yeah, I can whack a few things. I did a few of the ones where I was doing the speed ones kind of thing. So yeah, I could definitely get some up on the channel just to kind of showcase, especially the timings from how it is and novice to hardcore.
Yeah.
The timing bars is just like insanely different.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah.
Nice. So look forward to that. Come by youtube.com/xboxhavenofficial. You can see all sorts of wonderful videos, including Ross has put a video up of his Champions League save. Obviously, he's not here to talk about it, so we don't need to spend time on it. But he's basically done it like a press conference where he's answering questions. And I watched a little bit of it earlier on. He made me laugh because he's taking it so seriously. I love it. But I also, you know how much I'm not a football guy.
Yeah.
No idea what was going on. I was just enjoying the flow. So yeah,
Next time I interview him, pretend to be one of those interviewers.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. We should all have a turn, or have a little media scrum with him. But yeah, you can go check that out. And we've got plenty of other videos up on youtube.com/xboxhavenofficial where we are right now, and where we are each and every Sunday at 8 PM.
Ish.
Got to bring the energy ish.
Ish.
Yeah,
Food-ish.
ish. Yeah. So I've been playing more Dragons Dogma 2. And it's still fucking brilliant. I'm having a great time. I was just showing some to Specialist Pete when he come round last night with him and MPV Graham, and he said it didn't really catch his eye, but I was trying to sell it to him, and I was like, it's janky, doesn't really work very well. A lot of the quests are difficult. You don't really know where you're going. The inventory's nonsense. But it's a good game, I promise. I don't think I quite sold it to him with that. But yeah, it's really, really good. I'm loving it still. Just I love the sort of sense of exploration and just being in a world and just going and finding stuff. And I'm sort of trying to stick to the main quest, but I can't help but get distracted every 5 seconds. Be like, oh, there's a cave over here. Oh, there's a big goblin, a big ogre over there. I'll go fight him. Oh, griffins come down. Oh, it's dragons. Oh, yeah, it's great. It's like I said, it's not very well made in terms of technical side of things. There's a lot of bugs, a lot of issues. But also some of it, I think, is on purpose, like the vague quest markers. Yeah, it's like vague, like really vague quest markers where they go, "There's something here. Where's it? Where is that?" I don't know. Well, can you point me in a direction? No, just off you go. You'll find it probably.
Yeah, that's what kind of winds you up with some games. Which is probably what put me off, I think, because not like hand holding, but at least give us some guidance. If you're saying, "Oh, here's this and do that," it's like, "Oh, come on, at least tell me what I need to be doing."
They do give, at least for a lot of them, they do at least give you a point on the map to go towards. But once you get there, it's sort of that specific marker goes, and it just gives you like a big yellow circle to search within. But some of them, you'll select it, and it'll say no destination, and you literally just have to either remember what someone said to you, or just hope you stumble across it on the way out, or as you're out and exploring around. But yeah, I fought a couple of dragons, killed them. First one was a bastard, but the second one went down a lot easier because I'd leveled up quite significantly in between. And yeah, I'm having a great time. I don't know how far I am in terms of like getting towards the end of it. I don't think I've got a massive amount of time left. But yeah, I'm just going to keep going, keep plugging along. Maybe the next couple of weeks, get it finished. And I think, but when all said and done for 2024, it might very well be Not necessarily at the top. Well, that could be, but it would definitely be high up my list of favorite games I've played this year, which is a big surprise considering I had no interest in it before I got a copy of it, and now I can't stop playing it. So yeah. It's a very, very, very good game. Ross's review is up on the site now. I think he gave it 9.4, and he also loved it. So you can go read that on xboxtavern.com right now. Ian, you got any other games you want to give a shout out to? You've been playing?
I not 1000 G'd, but I 2200 G'd Rocket League. Jamie, I played Rocket League for you.
Great success. Did you do well, son?
Well, I say I did well. I kind of got more carried for the last couple of achievements than anything else. So I got for another friend called Jim, who's very, very good at Rocket League. He can do all the fucking aerial shots and snazziness. And one of the final achievements I needed was I had to get. Have you heard of those certified items?
Yeah, I haven't dabbled that much into that side of Rocket League, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it was basically you have to unlock a certified item, which I did, and then obviously the certified item I had was assists. So basically, he made it just a tag, and obviously because my rank is so low and he's so high, when we tried doing his tag, I was like, yeah, this is never going to work because I'm just getting annihilated left, right, and center.
Yeah. So
he kind of made a new tag just to help me out for it, and then all I had to do was hit the ball and then work his magic of doing all the assists and stuff.
Yeah.
So long as I hit the ball in the air, he kind of fly in and just do his fucking goal.
Very nice. Very nice.
So it took us a few hours doing that. But yeah, that was kind of the last couple of achievements I had left in it because I've done quite a lot of it as well in the past. I'm still not good at it though. Can never grasp the whole aerial thing.
Yeah, it's one of them things. They make it look easy, but I used to consider myself a fairly competent, like Rocket League and Supersonic Acrobatic Rock Power Battle Cards player. But yeah, no, not anymore. Not in a million years. I can sometimes hit the ball in the air. And that's about the level of skill I have.
That's the thing because I did I fell in love with Turbo Golf Racing, and 1000 G'd that. I thought, okay, it's similar to Rocket League. I might be able to give it another go. But yeah, it's just not the same at all. It's similar concept where there's a small car hitting a massive ball, but yeah, there's none of this fancy aerial maneuvers and stuff. So lucky enough, one of my certified times was just assists, so it kind of worked really well. That I just had to hit the ball and pass to him and do 2v2s. And yes, I managed to do that. So I didn't like that.
You'll be proud. That's one of the only games I've ever actively tried to get the 1000 G in, and I did it.
Yeah, but
now obviously they've added the update, and I haven't. No chance of getting the full 2000, whatever it is.
Let me down, Jamie.
I was very excited to get the full 1000 G when it was still 1000
Go back and do it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I've done my work now. That'll do me.
Done your dues.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed getting them. Yeah, good. I haven't got anything else I've been playing this week that I can talk about. So if you've got anything else, feel free. If not, we'll crack on to the next section.
Other than Quomp 2. Can I say Quomp 2?
Let's go with that. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's the only one I've also been playing. And that's kind of like how would you call it? Like a puzzle platforming, not puzzle platform, like a puzzle kind of similar to Pong. So where you basically you're Pong really like a little mini ball, and you just go through levels, and you kind of have to navigate yourself through like a path really. Obviously, not try and get yourself damaged. Very quirky, very I'm still like I've got the review nearly written down for what I wanted to say. So it's quite cool. The boss battles are the main things that are quite interesting how they do it. Because kind of got a bounce to like the weird kind of way to put it is like you're a little Pong ball. If you ever played Pong back in, no one ever played Pong, but we're not that old. Well, you are old, but
not quite that old, but yeah, nearly.
So you've got a little ball, and obviously the way you kind of have to do bosses, like you've got little areas where you can damage the boss. So you kind of got to make sure you're bouncing your ball to hit that damaging area, whilst avoiding all the other traps that are laid around that the boss might have done. I think they're the kind of the best quirky bits they've done, which have been solidly kind of. I think they've nailed quite well. Some of the levels can be quite frustrating, especially if you're going for the collectibles and stuff. That can just throw you out of whack. But they've done a very surprisingly good job of it. And I didn't realize they made the first one. So the first one came out a good few years ago, and this is like the second installment. And I like to compare, especially when I'm doing like with my reviews and stuff. I like to compare, but obviously I haven't picked up the first one. But I kind of watched a couple of the videos, and you can see how much they've improved from the first game to the second game. Yeah. Even though it's kind of a basic graphically look, it's less grainy and kind of more, gets more visually appealing. Even though there's only like 3 or 4 colors in the game, it still looks visually bit more visually. Guess what? Your favorite word? Nice.
Where's where's MPV Graham when you need him, eh? Nice.
Visually nice.
We love a good nice game here.
Yeah. But yeah, like you say, it's a nice level of difficulty. Like it's not too frustrating. You know what you need to be doing per level when you're going through navigating the mazes and the kind of going through different areas to kind of activate some switches so you can go back. And yeah, sometimes it can be quite frustrating that you keep damaging yourself and dying over and over. But there's no real punishment from dying. You can keep dying as many times as you want. You just restart from where you like a checkpoint system. So there's multiple checkpoints throughout the level. The only time it can get a bit annoying is I had it once where if you'll see you can go checkpoint either left or right. And I went back on myself and hit a checkpoint, and it was literally impossible for me to get back on myself because every time I hit the checkpoint, I'll go into a massive maze with loads of spikes. It's like, okay, I had to restart the level because I fucked up because of the checkpoint I took. There was no way for me to bounce back out and kind of go back where I needed to go. So that's the only time I had kind of an issue with annoyance, but it wasn't too bad. I just restarted the level and carried on and made sure I didn't do the same mistake twice. So you can maybe experience that, but that was the only real, I guess, negative I could say for the game was that one issue I had. Other than that, it's been quite a fun game to play. I think I'm like level 3. There's like 6 levels per world. I'm like the third world, towards the end of the third world now. So do a couple more worlds and then get the review finished just to make sure what the bosses are like. And yeah.
Happy days. So you can look forward to reading out on xboxtavern.com, where you can find lots of other wonderful reviews, which we shall list very shortly. Cool. All right. Well, like I said, I haven't got anything else I can play. I can talk about. Sorry, that I've been playing. I need to get back into the swing of things, really, because I've just been stuck so much in Dragons Dogma. I dabbled in little bits here and there, like a bit of WWE and a bit of that. What did I play the other day? A bit of Fortnite with the kids and that, but yeah, nothing major. So yeah, we'll have more to discuss. Well, week after next, after we play some Diablo 4 next week, and like I said, I'm sure plenty of other video games in between.
Yeah, it's just again, like I say, it's finding the time. I'm getting old. Busy.
Well, this is it, old and tired, and we all do stupid things like set up till 6 a.m. watching wrestling instead of playing video games, which is always a good time.
There's 2 hardcore ones I hear. None of those wimpy ones. Oh, I can't come out. Oh.
Hardcore to the max. Hardcore. Except for they've also probably had the most sleep because I did get up
yeah,
like 2 o'clock.
That's minor details. I woke up at midday, but that's minor details.
Yeah,
for them.
just a small
minor
twist there. Yeah. But yeah, all right. Let me give you some pluggles, Ian, to see if that can perk you up. Are you ready for a good plug-in?
Yeah. Twin puggles. Twin puggles.
So obviously you were watching us. Hopefully,
you do it in the voice of Dan.
Absolutely not. Not with this level of energy we have. You can find us on youtube.com/Xbox Tavern Official, where some of you are watching now. Hello, everybody. You can now become a member of our channel for as little as 99 pence a month. You get various perks, exclusive videos and bits and pieces on there. So if you'd like to check that out, I'm sure it's down there somewhere. You can click a button and read all about it. That'd be wonderful. Thank you very much. It would help keep us going, keep the podcast going, give Ross a nice new, even better standing desk to do his football manager press conferences. That.
Can you buy me some curtains as well?
Buy in some curtains. I do enjoy the tartan. You can find us on various podcast services, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever. Rate and review, that'd be wonderful. 5 stars, 10 stars. Just fucking chuck all the stars in. Why not? As many stars as you got to spare, chuck them our way. That'd be wonderful. Might give us a bit more oomph behind the sleepiness. If you go to xboxtavern.com, like I said, you can read all of our written reviews and features and stuff we put up there. You can also find links there for CD Keys, which is an affiliate link. So if you click that, if you're going to buy something from CD Keys, doesn't cost you any extra, but it just chucks us a couple of pennies back per sale. And again, it all goes back into keeping the podcast and the website and everything going. That'd be wonderful. Thank you very much. Or you can scan the QR code on the screen right now. That would be wonderful as well. You can find us, the socials run along the bottom of the screen here, TikTok, YouTube, TikTok, Discord. There's a link below. You can come join where we do the guest the game and various other conversations around video games, mostly Dragons Dogma in a minute. But yeah, very, very fun in there. And finally, if you enjoy our wonderful t-shirts we've got on this evening, Duke's Empire from Resident Evil Village. You can go over to insertcoinclothing.com. Wonderful website. I've got lots of very awesome clothes. They've just launched a new, what was it? Cyberpunk collection, which looks really, really cool. And if you use our code XBXTVRN for orders over £50, you get a £5 off. Wonderful. Go and go check that out. It's valid until the end of the year. And like I said, they've got loads of awesome clothes. Like I said, new Cyberpunk stuff, but they got various Yakuza and Resident Evil and Bloodborne as well recently. Yeah, and they like to bring a lot of stuff back as well if things are particularly popular and they sell out fast. So yeah, always got loads of awesome stuff on there. And again, XBX TVRN for £5 off orders over £50. Go check that bad boy out. Just do it, as they said, as a wise man once said. Right, I think that's enough plug-in because otherwise I'm going to just fall over if we don't get out of here relatively quickly this evening. But Ian, I know what will make you feel better, and that is talking about Gears of War. I know how much you enjoy Gears of War. I know how much you especially enjoy Gears of War 5 when we played it in co-op together. I think Kate was your favourite character, if I'm not mistaken.
She was a delight.
And you'll be pleased to know that Gears of War, Xbox are reportedly planning Gears and Call of Duty reveals at its summer event, which is June 9th, or claimed to be on June 9th, like it usually would be. So it says here, according to The Verge, which I'm reading off of VGC here, which they claim that the event is currently planned for Sunday, June the 9th, same weekend as Summer Game Fest and the day before Ubisoft's Forward event. And here we go. It says, as the Xbox strategy continues to evolve inside Microsoft and Chowdhury's departure, one of their sort of senior guys who's recently left, triggers more shakeups. Microsoft is in the middle of planning for its big Xbox Summer Showcase. He believes it to be Sunday 9th of June, and they're currently planning to announce a new Gears of War game at the show. So, Ian, what do you want to see from a new Gears of War? I feel like we've discussed this in the past, but let's just refresh our memory. What sort of thing would you like to see from a Gears of War 6?
That Kate get some headache pills. Give us some aspirin. I'll sort her out.
She has got a headache.
She has a headache. No, I think I would actually say expand the co-op. So the kind of single player storyline where we did us two, which was perfectly fine. And you could have one more person maybe if we never did that. But I think solidly you always find most games better when there's 4 people. So if they had a 4-player storyline co-op, that would make me kind of more intrigued, because then yes, most likely will be Project Game Pass, so at least I have 3 other people to kind of suffer my burdens with me, carry my burdens.
Absolutely. And I mean, I'll be playing it no matter what happens, but I really enjoyed playing the old Gears games with an old friend of mine. We played for them all in co-op, but Gears 3 was 4-player co-op, but I don't think we ever actually managed to get 4 people together. And then 4 was 4-player as well, I think. And then 5 took it back to 3 players, like you said.
Yeah.
So ideally, we'd like to get back to 4-player co-op. And now we've got the Project Game Pass program and just, Project Game Pass in general. It'd be way easier to find some co-op buddies, I think. So, yeah.
I mean, we know they're going to do a seriously 6.0 achievement as well, and that's going to keep on to make me lose my mind. So, I don't think I'll be doing that.
10 billion locust. So,
I think 5.0 was like complete the game and insane. Then do like re-level like 10 times in multiplayer, or 20. I think it wasn't that something ridiculous?
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Do all the maps and stuff, and like, yeah, okay, maybe not.
Yeah, their seriously achievements are always a laugh because I don't care enough to do it. But people
it makes your game. If you want to do it, hunters love it because like it makes your game a 1,000+ hour game. Like, yeah. Well, you do that. I know I love my achievements, but you can do that on your own. I'm okay sitting back here.
Nice.
But no, I think like I say, for me, I would like to see more expanded co-op. I kind of like the whole aspect of it being more open worldy, so it didn't really force you. But
see, now I think
I think they need to improve. As I say, they need to improve the open world aspect because I felt like, I wanted you to drive all the time. Kind of just sit there and wait until it gets to the next area. So
yeah, that it was.
It felt like too barren, didn't it?
Yeah, I would prefer personally if they got rid of the open world stuff and just had it like the other games where it's just you go from point to point and
level.
yeah, there's no. You can have open spaces in those levels like they had in the past, but I don't want to be traveling on whatever that fucking ski-doo thing was for a half hour to get from one side of the map to another when I could have just had a cutscene like for 5 seconds and got there.
Of them going driving,
yeah.
And or at least if you wanted to open world, have a better fast travel system.
Yeah, and or like you said, pack it with actually stuff to do because there was so much time where you were just going from A to B and there was nothing to really see or do in between. I think I can't remember what they called them, but they had little camps here and there where you could like raid them for supplies and upgrades and stuff. But after time, they weren't really worth it. And again, they were so sort of barren and sparse. You did one and then you didn't see another one for God knows how long. So so remove the open world, bring back the more 4-player co-op, like you said, and just give us more high impact action. I really like the DLC for 5. What's it called? Hive Busters, where they had it's like a 2 or 3 hour campaign, but it was just set piece after set piece after set piece, and it was awesome. Just I don't necessarily need it to be that short, but something where you've got like the more frequent big explosive moments and boss battles and high action scenes and stuff, which is what I loved about the original Gears.
I think I'll get like a free code for that. I think didn't they give out loads of free codes for that or something?
I think it was free for Game Pass members for the first few months. And then
I remember picking up because I remember we were going to do it when we finished off Gears 5.
I think we started it, didn't we? I think we did like half hour of it. Did we not? No. Well, maybe it's Dan. I played it. I definitely played it with someone because I played it on my own, and then I started playing it in co-op with someone. Maybe it was Dan. Don't remember.
I'm up for doing
we should play it. I thought Hive Bus was awesome, but that's what I want to see more. Like
I think I like
supercharged
high fast pace. So like if you're having a cool down moments, or quiet moments, at least have something there where you want to do. But like you're right. When you had the open world section, it was more. I don't want to drive. You drive. Oh, God's sake! And then whoever's driving waits 5 minutes. And you're like.
Exactly.
You're trying to drive over the fucking.
There was no point to the open world really. So we'd definitely play some Hive Busters because that's what we want. Just stretched out over a 10-12 hour campaign or whatever. Yes, please. More of that, please. Because when you were in the levels in Gears 5, not in the open world, it's fucking awesome. Like loads of awesome set pieces and moments and combat scenarios and that. It just the open world just get it in the bin.
Game Pass for me.
Get it in the bin. Yeah. We should do it. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what the others say. But again, that's still only 3-player co-op as well.
Here right now, are they? So Project Game Pass for April is now Gears.
I'm not even sure we're here right now, let alone them. But so I'd like to see some more, more awesome Gears stuff, and hopefully very soon in June. It did also, like I said, mention that Call of Duty's reveal could possibly be at this showcase as well.
What kind of theme it's going with?
No, I was just having a quick scroll down, and for what I'm reading, I can't see anything that they're saying whether it's going to be a Modern Warfare or Black Ops or anything like that.
Yeah, because I've read. What was the meme I saw? It was a weird kind of genre. I can't remember now. No, I can't. I have to look for it if I can't find it. What it was. Gulf War, wasn't it, or something like that?
But possibly, or maybe Vietnam. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think it was going to be saying the Gulf War. Maybe that was going to be the next kind of one they were teasing.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not as bothered about Call of Duty, but obviously it's the first one since Microsoft have purchased Activision and Blizzard and all that. So it'd be interesting to see if it can get a bit more of a welcome reception compared to Modern Warfare 3, which got absolutely fucking shat on left, right, and centre when it came out. Was it last November, or whatever?
Yep, big time. Well, it's because it's a bound of disappointment.
Yeah.
And it wasn't and also it was like a 3-hour campaign. It was like, well, I'm waiting for it to go on sale or go to Game Pass. That's what most people did, and it hasn't gone to Game Pass yet. But I say, unless I get a cheap code somewhere, I ain't gonna bother trying it because
I think that's probably for the best. But so Gears of War 6, Call of Duty, and lots of other stuff coming soon in June, supposedly. All right, quick one here. Sarah Bond recently promoted to Xbox president after the old Activision Blizzard merger and all that sort of stuff going on. She's been talking to her staff about the future of Xbox. Obviously, everybody was getting up in arms about putting games on PlayStation and Xbox is going away, blah blah blah, and all this sort of nonsense, which come to nothing. So according to Windows Central here, they've seen emails that she sent out as sort of staff memos and stuff to her team, which apparently have been confirmed as genuine. In them, she discusses Microsoft's plan to build new Xbox hardware focused on delivering the biggest technical leap ever in a generation. She also revealed that they'd set up a dedicated team. A dedicated team to future-proof our digital game libraries across future hardware paradigms to further build on Xbox's strong history of delivering backwards compatibility. And like I said earlier on, she also revealed that Diablo 4 is now Xbox's the most prominent platform for Diablo 4 is now Xbox because of Game Pass. So she's once again doubling down on this super-powered next-gen console, whatever that may mean. Do you there's so many rumors and hearsay and all that sort of nonsense out there, but do you think we're going to get a proper console like we've got now, just more powerful, or are we going to get some sort of cloud hybrid that requires an internet connection at all times, or are we just going to get a pure streaming thing? Or any thoughts on this? I mean, I know it's early, I don't really get into it too deeply, but any opinions on what you think it might be or what you'd like to see?
Well, I think, like I say, they do want to go down the whole cloud gaming route a lot. I mean, they've really put in some of the TVs now. You don't even need a console; you can just play for the TV, and you've got to sign in. But I would say I still think people still like consoles and stuff. But yeah, I think you probably will we see like a 1X again, maybe like a series, Series XX. I don't know what they'll fucking call it.
I'm sure they come up with some snappy title.
Series Z, I don't know, Series or X2, I don't know. But yeah, I think there might still like a series, they had the 1X. I can see us getting so we've got this Series S, haven't we? The special S, or was it the black one? What's that called?
Yeah, the just the Series S, but it's like the carbon black version, with a bigger hard drive in it. But
yeah, but I think we might see like a Series X2, something like that, or something, whatever snazzy name they come up with. I'm not very good at it right now because I'm very hungover. But yeah, I can imagine seeing one of them before we see a new console.
Yeah,
so like a mid, bit like a Series X Slim, maybe something like that, because the fucking box is beefy,
is a beefy boy.
And like I say, I've got the PlayStation Slim.
Sorry, what was that? Did you just swear at me?
And I saw your one yesterday, and I thought, fuck me, that's huge.
Easy. What?
Pause,
Sorry.
Pause.
What?
Pause.
What? Sorry. Oh, PlayStation. Sorry, PlayStation. Sorry, I thought I drifted off for a moment there. Sorry.
We don't talk about that bit.
Yeah, the original PlayStation 5. Yeah, it's massive. I've got mine sitting next to my Series X, and it makes the Series X look small, but it's already a big fucking machine. So
I could see us seeing like the slim PlayStation is small, but not as small as the Series X. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a similar size to the S as an X.
Yeah,
before we get a new gen console.
Yeah, I mean, there's bigly rumors about PS5 Slim, PS5 Pro coming out this year, and they've sort of said that they've hinted that they don't want to necessarily do it like a mid-gen thing, but they've also then the leaks from the court case and stuff. There was a Series X, like that cylindrical one with no disk drive. So they might have reworked that, like you said, into just making a smaller box, or put a 2 terabyte hard drive in, or some sort of configuration, I'm sure. But yeah, I think for the next one, if she's not speaking out of her ass like they all normally do, it's going to be the best thing ever, and it's just a more powerful thing of what we already got. I'm very interested to see where they go, and obviously, like she said as well, the backwards compatible stuff. I think that's going to put a lot of people's mind at ease, because everybody was, again, panicking when they thought Xbox was going to go away. My library is going to go. And it sounds like they're committing to, even if the Xbox does shit the bed, 20, 30 years from now, whatever, you might still be able to have access to it, either via cloud gaming or on other consoles or PC or what have you.
Well, the 360 store's going soon, isn't it?
It is in June, I think, is when they're stopping purchases on there, which reminds me, I need to get on there. I've got a few things I want to buy before it disappears. But I need to actually turn on my 360 and update it. I haven't touched it in, I don't know how long. Many, many years.
Mine's right there.
Hello 360. Great machine. I've got the Gears of War one, actually, bringing it back to the first story. Awesome.
Ooh.
Very, very, very lovely design machine. It was my third console though, because all the others broke.
Red Ring of Death or just?
Yeah, Red Ring of Death on my launch model and the Elite one that I got as well. But yeah, so yeah, cool. So yeah, Xbox, keep it going. I'm looking forward to the showcase, and then obviously, like I said, we'll hear more about future hardware, etc. at the end of the year, I imagine.
Yes.
And then one final quick one, and then we can wrap up with some wonderful goodness, so we can go and get some sleep. Because I don't know if we mentioned or not, we're very tired and slightly hungover this evening. Hellblade 2. Pardon?
We're speedrunning this podcast.
Speedrunning this podcast, damn right. Did we get any achievements for doing so?
Oh, if only. Yeah, happy ending.
Whoa.
It's sub 1 hour, you get happy ending.
Some Hellblade 2 previews have come out. It seems to be a very random selection of outlets that have had access to it. This one here, again, I'm reading on VGC, but they didn't actually preview it. As someone called GamePro, which I must admit I'm not familiar with. Anyway, they report that Hellblade 2 runs at 30 frames per second with dynamic resolution on Series X and S, with no option to sort of unlock it to do a performance mode or what have you. That's pretty much the story in its entirety. Do you care? I don't really care. I'm quite happy to play it as they intended. I'm one of the weird ones that doesn't mind putting stuff on 30 frames a second. I played, was it GTA 5, the remaster, and Last of Us Part 1 remastered as well recently on 30 frames, even though they both offered 60 frames options, just because it looked nicer. And the 30 frames did not bother me in the slightest, whereas some people tend to be like, 60 frames or nothing.
Well, it depends if you've got the TV for it. If you haven't got the TV for it, it's absolutely pointless.
Well, I mean, most TVs will do 60 frames, but even then, like, I don't care. If the game's good, it's very rare that it actually bothers me one way or the other.
Gameplay over graphics.
Yeah, but what if those graphics are super shiny?
Whoa, no.
What if they're super shiny?
If it's super shiny, but it's still a fucking shit game, there's no point playing it.
No, I know, I'm joking.
You don't polish it hard.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, GTA 5. I played it in 60, and actually, I didn't like it. I thought it looked weird because it was almost too smooth. So I'll put it back on the super up-spuff version with all the ray tracing and everything, and it was much nicer. And the 30 frames did not bother me at all. So something like Hellblade.
One game I did really like was Cyberpunk. That was really good, all up-spuffed on my big TV downstairs. That made it look beautiful. And then when you go down to a shitter TV, you're like, oh, you can tell.
Yeah, I don't remember what I played. I must have played that before on Upspuff as well, because I remember it looking very nice. But but something like Hellblade, obviously the visuals on it are fucking incredible. So I can understand why they're not going to offer a 60 frame mode, and it's more of like a cinematic experience like the first game as well. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Some people will get upset about it, I'm sure, but the game will be what the game will be, whether that's good or bad. I expect it to be good, but we'll soon find out.
Depends if I'm brave enough to play it.
I believe in you, Ian. I believe in you. May 21st. So we've only got, a month and a half to wait until we can play it. Very much looking forward to playing that one. Even at 30 frames a second. Yeah.
Yay.
Nice. Right. Well, before I collapse in a heap here, because we are speedrunning this week's episode, have you got anything you want to mention? Any stories you've seen that I might have missed? Because I just quickly whipped this together a couple of hours ago when we decided we were actually going to be big boys and come on. I don't know if there's many other big stories this week. I think that's probably it. But
if you're fans of Fallout 76, that's now free for Xbox and Windows through Amazon Prime. I think it's on Game Pass anyway, but if you haven't got Game Pass, you can get a free copy of that.
Nice.
If you wanted to get that. So bear in mind that it's for April, because obviously the new Amazon special, isn't it? What's it called? Well, it's just called Fallout, isn't it? The TV
which starts on Wednesday, April the 11th. Very much looking forward to watching that. It looks really cool. Sorry, Thursday, not Wednesday.
11th.
It looks pretty cool. I quite enjoyed the trailer when I watched it, and my missus seems quite interested. So
so the she's very keen to watch it. So we're going to watch it together.
Sit and watch that. She enjoyed The Last of Us, so I'm slowly working her into the gaming lifestyle through TV shows, and then eventually I might put a controller in her hands and just see what happens. Like, well, it's just a TV show, but just press that button every now and then and see what. And then next thing you know, hardcore gamer number 2 in the house.
There we go. Job done.
And I'll be kicked off my Xbox because she'll be on it all the time.
Make play It Takes Two.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I suggested it once upon a time, but I don't think we ever got anywhere. But that's by the by. Maybe one day we'll get there. We'll get to play.
But yeah, you've got this month to claim that as well. So if you got Prime Gaming, as long as Prime Gaming, then you'll see Fallout 76 for both Xbox and Windows. So both versions. So you can get double the stacks of achievements if you wanted.
Good. It always comes full circle, doesn't it? Always back to the Chivos.
You can go, and you might be able to see mine and Jamie's house in the middle of the road near the starting area.
Yeah, it's still sitting there, half built, with somehow with an upper floor but not a lower floor.
That's it. That's all you need.
It was a fucking shit show, but
it was.
Anyway, right, all right. Let's round off this super rapid fire, slightly hungover edition of Xbox Tavern's Xpod Tavern, which we record each and every Sunday at 8 p.m. On various places, including this very YouTube channel, Twitch, Facebook. I think I put it on Facebook today. I might have done it wrong. Who knows? If you're watching on Facebook, hi, good luck.
Hi.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell I did earlier on, but it doesn't matter. Let's get into things coming to Game Pass, shall we? We've always got new games coming in, always got games going out. I'll quickly run down the list of stuff coming in, and then I'll let Ian do his duty and break everybody's heart and tell everybody what's leaving. So we've got Ark Survival Ascended, which came in on April the 1st. Also got F1 23, Super Hot Mind Control Delete, Lego 2K Drive, which came out on April 3rd.
Very fun game.
What, Lego?
Yeah, Lego. Yeah. We played with my son, and it's very enjoyable. Nice, easy experience. So if you've got little ones, they will enjoy it too, because my son absolutely adores it. And it's kind of fun to play together as well, because kind of build the cars together. Yeah. But you can just use the standard templates that they have. But yes, definitely.
Go check that out on Game Pass now. Only on console, that one, no, not PC. You've got EA Sports PGA Tour, Lil Gator Game, Turbo Golf Racing's got its 1.0 release. It's been in early access for a couple of years, but now it's actually out, which they all came out on April 4th. And then upcoming in a couple of days, you've got Botany Manor and Kona on April 9th, Shadow of the Tomb Raider on April 11th, Harold Halibut, which is like a stop motion like point and click game, if I'm not mistaken. It looks really cool, not my sort of thing at all, but the art style of it's really, really good. April 16th. Elude and Chronicle 100 Heroes at April 24th. Another Crab's Treasure on April 25th. And Manor Lords on April 26th. I think another Crab's Treasure seems to be getting quite a lot of hype from some indie showcases recently.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, it's basically like you're a hermit crab going from like home to home, basically. But I think it's like a combat thing. So you're like fighting other crabs and stuff under the sea, and then taking whatever the next bigger house is or something like that. Go check it out. It looked interesting from the little bit I did see. And Shadow of Tomb Raider, fucking awesome game.
That is a very good game.
I
thought it was always on Game Pass. That surprised me.
The other ones have been, but I don't think this one has been yet. So I think it's the first time it's coming. But yeah, go check that one out. Ian, it's not all good news though. Obviously, things are leaving us this month.
Yes.
What's going?
So fortunately, we've got a few games leaving us this month. We've got Soma, Research and Destroy, Phantom Abyss, Back for Blood, and Amnesia Rebirth and Amnesia Collection.
So yes, they're all leaving fairly shortly. I'm a bit gutted about the Amnesia games because I've got the collection on other formats, but I've never played Rebirth. So I've had it installed for God knows how long, as the age-old Game Pass story goes. Install it, never even touched it.
Well, you've got a few days to play it till the 15th.
Yeah, and Soma as well, actually. I would have liked to play that. But...
Yeah, I might give Soma a go, because that's apparently quite a short game. It's only like 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
So I might give that a go before he leaves.
If people would stop releasing fucking massive great games like Dragons Dogma, I could play some of these fucking games. But no, they must insist on releasing new games all the time. It's outrageous.
To make life so busy as well.
I know, exactly. So if anyone out there wants to sponsor us on, join the membership on YouTube for the cost of a few people's living wage, that'd be wonderful. And then I can just retire and just play these games all day.
That'd be wonderful. Curtains first, and that's it.
What's that, sorry?
Just buy me some curtains before.
And some curtains, yeah. But yeah, nice. All right, well, rapid fire episode of Xpod Tavern this week, 152nd. We did the quiz last week. I should have mentioned that at the top, really. lots of fun. Graham did a great job organising it. I don't know who won, Ian. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, it was Sussy Sus with
Who won? Someone.
You won.
Did I? I won this. Oh, of course, yeah.
Of course you did. Jack Graham giving the answers and me not allowing Anne McPartland.
Yeah, it was a good quiz. I very much enjoyed doing our sort of quiz every few months that we do it.
It's always a good laugh.
Always good fun. Always good for some shenanigans. And unlike the ones that Ian and myself and Ross have put together, Graham kept it to a reasonable time of just over an hour. Yeah, go and watch and listen to that. It was a lot of fun, like I said. And hopefully you'll enjoy it just as much as we did. Well, certainly I did because I won. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but yeah, it was close though. But I won't. No spoilers. Go watch it. Go listen to it. It's good. Definitely more a visual thing though. So yeah, better off checking it out on YouTube. And yeah, so we'll be back next Sunday for some Diablo 4, hopefully with Scottish Gruff, MPV Graham, and/or special guest Pete. But for now, from a very sleepy and very tired and mildly still hungover Jamie, thank you very much. You can find me at Enexan on Twitter and Facebook, not Facebook, sorry, Xbox and all sorts of places. And you can find Ian.
You can find me at not really. Nutty Ray.
Nutty Ray, and you can find the other guys again on this very YouTube channel when they're back. We'll discuss it next week. Ian, it's all fell off at the end. I'm terribly sorry. Let's go. Thank you very much, everybody. We shall see you all. Farewell. Be good to each other. And
US dollars ish.
Enjoy WrestleMania Night 2 if you're staying up to watch it. But I am going to bed. Goodbye.
I will be watching it and sleeping at my desk all day tomorrow.